again, I can see the leak from right here. So I'm gonna run a bead down the top of the window. Ooh, start that over. What's going on, my people? 2024 and a whole new season. I'm going to be keeping this season going as long as I possibly can. I've got so many different things going on and so many different boat projects that I cannot wait to bring you videos on. If there's something that you're looking to do or need help with a project, I implore you to reach out. Facebook or Instagram, I will respond. This year, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with the kids. We're going to be doing a lot of boat projects with the kids, but we're also going to be traveling with the boat. We're going to be playing with the new high field. We're going to be exploring all new sorts of places, but at the end of it all, we're going to be doing what we do best, which is the projects. So, boat drinks for everyone, and cheers to you and the water. What is going on, my people? All right, I've been talking about this project for a long time. I'm going to attempt to do the windows today, and so I can mitigate having to have this contraption on the boat. You can see some water here from yesterday. So I did this experiment on a derelict boat. It seems to have held perfect. So I'm just going to do it to mine. So yeah, we're down here on Artemis. I say the little Dr. Prepper thing is working great. Bought this a while ago. It gets all the humidity out of the air. I have mine venting out through the trash. And I have a little cup on the floor just to catch the water. I'm able to actually turn that on from my house with Wi-Fi. So before I come down, I can put it on just to get the heat out of the boat. Makes it much more enjoyable. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We're on to the windows today. So I hope you guys enjoyed. But here, I'm going to show you a part list in a second. Again, anything in here, I'll have links down below. But please do me a favor and like and subscribe. That would be awesome. All right, so to start, this is what I recommend you get. And again, I can't guarantee that this will or will not work for you. But oh, there's the Jill. All right, so microfiber cloths, a must. 70+% alcohol for cleaning. Obviously you're gonna need a caulk gun, but you're not what you think. This time I'm using this DAP crystal clear. It's not silicone, it's something a little bit different, and it stays clear, it's guaranteed, and it's mildew and mold resistant. It also flows really well. Next, I have the West Systems syringes. I showed these in a short before I got shipped off to a hurricane. What I'm going to be doing is basically using this to push this into my syringes so I can lay an extremely thin bead. And then, of course, none of my videos would be, you know, a video without some Harbor Freight stuff, so I have my pick set. Because if you should go put one of these on your boat, because if you ever have to do some stuffing, you want to have this. I think I actually have a set up in there, but this is just another set I have. They're like $4. So we can use this to pull out some of the old caulk, especially on the skylight down there that drips. I want to redo that one as well. So here we go. We're going to get started in like 2 seconds. Let me just get my stuff together. And yeah, I'll show you one window being cleaned. I'm not going further than that. We'll just show you more of the process of how to do this to a window or so. And hopes of keeping this video somewhat short. Try to start shrinking down these how-to videos. If you don't like the platform I'm doing, by all means, guys, tell me the platform you want this in. I know I'm a rambler, so I apologize, but man, this is nice. That little air conditioner is really awesome. Highly recommend it. Put a link to that thing down below as well. All right, so this is the skylight. As I was saying, I can see exactly where I'm leaking from. So this one just needs to be filled, but I want to clean it and I want to pick out some of the nasty that's still kind of loose in there. So we'll just do that real quick and I'll show you how to clean it and how to pick it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently kind of see what's loose. Like that one's a little loose. Just want to be very, I just stuttered. Be very gentle when you do this because you don't want to pull out any caulk that might be good. And this is my bad area. I can see some nasty coming out. So another thing that you're doing this for is just to pull out any grime. Let's see, just a bunch of nasty stuff. Okay, now I'm going to take my 70% alcohol. I'm going to spill a little. I didn't bring down a lot, but we're going to go ahead and just clean in the crack. I might even put this into a syringe, especially right there. That's my gap right in this spot. And mind you, I don't leak bad from here, but it's bad enough that I want to do this. All right. So you're gonna let that dry. And you can see a little bit of the grime that I got out of there. So that'll dry up. Now I'm gonna go get a syringe made, and I'll show you how I do that inside, and then we'll come back and we'll fill this channel in, and that'll stop any of the dripping. So I apologize for the noise that we're hearing right now, but I'm not shutting that air conditioner off. No way, Jose. All right, so you're just gonna go ahead and get this prepped up. What you're gonna do is, it already has a hole in it. I'm gonna cut that a little bit bigger, get a better channel for flow. Put about that big of a hole in it. At least that's how I did in the last one. Oh, and by the way, the last one, the derelict one, I just used regular silicone. I kind of like the idea that this is super clear. So we're going to puncture our hole, and because I am inside the boat, I'm cleaning everything as I go. We're going to be very gentle, people. Alright, now we'll take one of my syringes, pop that apart, take my tube, get that ready. I'm not doing this over any important stuff, like, come on baby, why are we not pumping? He's not. That did not want to flow, so I'm taking the tip off. There we go. We're going to load it to about that much. And now you're going to be very careful. You're going to turn it, pull this off, keep it like so. For good measure, I'm going to put my tip back on. And I'm going to place this in the sink. Okay. Let me get this a little bit cleaned up with some paper towel. I'll be right back. Alright, so I have my plunger together. You can see we can get it right up to the tip. We're going to leave this be. Just be careful. Again, I'm probably being a little sloppy here doing this above couches, but we're going to take you outside. We're going to go ahead and inject this into the crack. And we're going to bring another microfiber to clean up. But that's it. You want to get your syringe to look like so. And then just so you can see what I did, if you're solo, put a piece of paper towel in there, and I have the caulk gun just sort of hanging out. So let's go get this done. I want to get this done so I can go start drinking beer. Okay, it's recording. So now, very gently, we'll bring our stuff down to the tip. And start your bead. Alright, so I clipped the tip just a tad. And now we can get a fatter bead in. Put that down. Take this little rag, pull it, pull out that excess. I'll start off again over here. Here, put the needle down, find that spot I just used, grab a different one, pull, pull, and again I'm going to use alcohol here to make sure I don't wind up with any nasty looking spots. Tip. Okay. Pull it. Now I want to get some. right, so this window is a little tricky because the water's right there and I don't want to drop my nice GoPro in. So, where to put you? I don't know if I can put you anywhere, but again, I can see the leak from right here. So I'm gonna run a bead down the top of the window. Start that over. I hate filming, guys. It kills me. Go slow. Hey, Bob. Hey. All right, so obviously I gotta be careful, but I will say I'm a little disappointed right here. I got a little bit of stuff, so I'm gonna hit that with the alcohol real quick. And otherwise, that top bead came out fantastic. See a little alcohol, clean that up. Now I gotta do this over. And I'll say, I didn't realize that this had such a big bead. You could probably get away with using the full burst of the caulk gun, but I'm still gonna stick with my little syringe. And I'm just gonna try to get in that little nook. You see where I'm saying right here, people? Oh, I don't know if I can even see. Yeah, I'm wearing glasses. That's where it's separated. So I'm just gonna come right down there and fill that back in from here all the way around. And we should be good to go. I'm sorry I can't hold this while I do it. I'll try again from the other side, but I don't want to drop this down. So again, I apologize, and I might put this down because honestly, to me, my boat's a bit more important. Okay, I'm gonna start pushing. And we're just laying a bead. See, that's a little dirty. Make sure you keep these clean, people. Sorry, this is terrible filming on my part, but hopefully I can edit some of that out. So again, get it in. Oop. Keep pushing as I pull. See, that's a bad spot. All right, you guys get the gist. I'll show you the end product. I need to pay attention to this. I will say 2 hands is much better than 1 on this. All right, so I got it where I wanted, and now I'm just gonna pull it, keeping it off the glass. 1 finger, steady pressure. We just put in a little bit. Do it in 1 swoop. Take that, fold it over. Pull it again. Pull it, pull it, pull it. Up. Nice. I could see that gap is full. I want to put a little bit more in here. All right, so you can see no mess was made here, and everything, the entire channel is now full. And again, what was happening here is water was leaking in from the top and then coming down and hitting this and getting behind it. Another thing you could do if you don't want to do this is cruising. No, it's not cruising. I have to get the name of the company. They make like a rain guard for each window, which just sticks on. And obviously, if this doesn't work, I'm just going to do that. I'm not replacing these windows, people. This is 1985. Why would I spend thousands and thousands of dollars to replace a window on a 1985 boat that I may or may not have in the next 10 years? So this is a nice, easy fix. Cost-wise, to do every window is $11, and then those syringes, another $20. Figure a $40 job and probably 4 hours of your time to do every window. I'm gonna go do the other side, and I'll show you that one. That's the only other window that's really leaking. I think maybe my bathroom might be starting, but again, all I really had here was that little skylight hatch, this window, which is really leaking, the other one, which is semi-leaking, and then I have a leak coming from my winch and my clutch. So next week, I'm not using this stuff. I'll show you what we're gonna do there is we're gonna actually unbolt it, lift it up, butyl tape, clean it, and then put some butyl tape down underneath before we reset them. And that'll stop those leaks. And those are somewhat new, but this year, I mean, I've got paper towels all over the boat, and I'm a sweaty mess right now. All right, let me go do the other side, and I'll come back. So I did the windows I wanted to do today, and my hatch plate. I will say I got a little bit up here, but I'll get that off with a plastic razor, let it cure, and then I'm gonna go ahead and spray test everything. I'm probably just going to proactively do all the windows if these two work. So again, I did this forward one, which was a big leaker, and then I noticed the top of this one was separating a little bit, so I did that one. I might do that one. I didn't today because I'll tell you that in a second. But then I did this one, and then the top gap on this one. Okay, so here's the deal. If you're using this new DAP stuff, it comes out of those syringes fine. You're going to trim it down about 1/8 of an inch. See if that works for you. If it doesn't, bring it down a little bit further so you get a bit wider hole. You're going to want to keep picking the hole if you're taking your time to keep the hole opened. And other than that, it kills your fingers. You got to push a little bit harder than the other stuff I used on the other boat. But I like the idea that this stuff is guaranteed mold-free and mildew-free. So we'll let you know how it works. But it came out pretty damn good. Let's have a look from the dock. Giggity, giggity, goo. Sorry about all the noises. Don't fall off the dock, Brian. I started drinking beer. But yep, looks pretty damn flawless. So I did do the old caulk bead over, and I did do the top where it had separated. So hopefully this stops. This was a really big problem, that one. Matter of fact, I even had to keep a bucket under it, and I think I've shown you that in other videos. So if this works, I'll proactively do all the windows and we'll be good to go. So cool. Hold on. All right, y'all. So that is done. As you can see, this was my catch-all. I'm gonna still leave it up. What happened was the water would run in, catch this, and drip into the bucket. I'm gonna leave it up till we know it is good. However, I know it worked on that scrap boat. Let's see something here. Why is that not charging? That should start charging now. So then again, ooh, look at her with a little Catalina crunch. Look at that.
The best.
Catalina
it's
crunch.
The best.
All right, Catalina. Catalina Crunch should reach out to us because we're Catalina sailboaters.
And I have their cereal, their chocolate.
Oh
so good.
boy. Right. So that window was definitely leaking. You can see the stain here. So this one was taken care of. And again, this one was taken care of. And then I did the top of this one. But as you can see, there's no drips on this one. So hopefully that takes care of a lot of stuff for us. We'll let you know how it comes out. I mean, again, the one I did over the winter, I had left paper towels underneath it. There was no more drips, so I assume this is going to work. I'm going to leave links to everything down below that you can go ahead and get on Amazon, shipped over to you. If you want to wait a week, I'll put a short up. It's supposed to rain on Tuesday, so I'll come back down Tuesday and make sure that there's no water coming through. And yeah, we're good to go. Next up, I'm going to fix this leak, which is coming from, I want to say this particular one and this one. So we'll unscrew these, we'll lift it up. Jill will keep it pried up with, or I'll keep it pried up with a little lifting bar. I'll get some new butyl tape underneath there, and then we'll re-cinch that down, which will stop that leaking. And that's going to be the thing this year. We're going to go ahead and figure out all the leaks, get them all taken care of, good to go. By the way, this thing has been fantastic. I come down, I already have cold beer, and again, I can't get over how well this has worked out for me. I even picked another one up for my work trailer because it's so amazing. Again, the routing I'm doing is just into the garbage can. I'm going to change that up because I was able to salvage another boat, and I have the hatch boards, so I'm going to cut the proper hole. I'm going to move it to right here, lash it to the ladder so when we're sailing it doesn't move around, and I'm going to have it so it'll vent right out of the hatch. That way if we're up in the cockpit, we don't have to worry about the heat that's flowing out, which I can see coming out of that thing. So anyway, I hope this helps. Again, don't spend thousands of dollars on a boat that's this old. If you can fix it, even if it's a little ugly, guys, it's still fixed, it's functional. Sail it, have fun. You don't need to spend thousands on a boat from 1985. Just makes no sense. But cheers. We'll see you guys as soon as we get back on here. It'll probably be next week or so. Again, we'll be doing that. I got a new radio for it. And just real quick, even though I already said goodbye, I got a new head that's going to be going in. Brand new Jabsco sitting in the box. So we'll show you how to do all that. But until then, cheers, and we'll see you soon.